Hello, readers. Today, in our reading lesson, we are going to be talking about finding those just right books. Books that we won't want to put down and we will want to read a ton of them. So just the other day, I was reading a story, and I'm sure it's one that you are all familiar with. This story is Goldilocks. And if you remember in the story Goldilocks, one day, she walks into a small cottage of 3 bears, and she saw Papa Bear's porridge on the table. She tasted it, and she shouted, "Oh, that's too hot." Then she tasted Mama Bear's porridge, and she said, "Oh, that's too cold." Then she took a bite of Baby Bear's porridge and said, that's just right." I'm sure you're familiar with this story, and there's a reason I'm bringing it up today. This can be a lesson for us as readers because I want to teach you that we don't just grab any book off the shelf and go with it and say, "Yep, this is the one I'm reading." We carefully open that book and we read a few lines and we ask ourselves, is this book just right for me? I put this poster in here for you to look at, just like in Goldilocks. Is the book too hard? You can ask yourself, are there too many words that I don't know? Do I understand what I'm reading? Can I read it at my normal reading pace? And lastly, do you enjoy it? It'll be very important that you enjoy the books you read about. Or is it too easy? There can be books that are way too easy for us, that you know almost every word, you read through it so quickly, and it doesn't challenge you as a reader. But then we find those books that are just right for us. They're our perfect books. They're going to challenge us just a little bit because we'll know most of the words, but then we'll learn new words. Those few words that we find, and we get to learn the new meaning of them. What you can use as readers to find that just right book is the 5-finger rule. This rule tells you that when you pick up a book, you open it to any page and you begin your reading. If you notice that there's a word that you don't know, you can try it and then keep reading. By the end of the page, you'll want to have counted on your fingers the number of words that were too hard for you. And if there were more than 4 or 5 hard words, 6, 7, 8, anything above that, then that book might just be too hard. So we would put that book back on the shelf. But if there's only 1 or 2, maybe 3 words that were just a little difficult for us, but all the other words we were able to read and we enjoyed the book, that might be that just right book for us. If there were no words, it might be too easy. Let's find a book that maybe challenges us a little bit more as readers. So, today, I encourage you to go to your classroom library or go find some books at home, maybe the local library, and use that 5-finger rule. Give it a shot. Find those just right books, the ones that you will love. One last thing I want you to keep in mind. The past 2 days we learned about making reading the best it can be this year. And I want you to think about those goals and that reading that you have set yourself up to do. And think about that today when you choose those books. Once you've set yourself up and you have your just right book, make your reading a spectacular time. I want you to try this with one book today, and then think about how we can use this in the future. Maybe our challenges will go up and we'll learn those words. And that's how we increase our reading. So, today, readers, go read a book that is just right for you.